What's going on, guys? Coach Adam here, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything, been at least a couple months now, but here I am again, trying to bring you some great content today. So just sit back, relax, and we're gonna talk about what's been going on with me and what I've been up to and why I was away for so long. All right, so what's been going on with me lately? So these last few months, I've just been kind of working on getting my life back on track. I've been working 2 jobs and just trying to get things figured out, right? And, it hasn't been like the easiest thing. Sorry, I'm gonna turn the lights on here. I'm opening up the gym for the other coaches so that it gets a little cool in here. But I've been kind of just floating around. I haven't really had a lot of motivation for a little while there, and I felt like I was just like I said, just floating around all over the place, couldn't get things figured out. And I feel like now, these last few months, I'm at that point where I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. And let me tell you, getting back into the swing of things, it's a slow process. It's like a candle, you light it and it's a slow burn. Like that's how it was these last few months with working the 2 jobs, trying to get things figured out. And what I've been doing is using like what I've had available to me to work on getting my life back on that straight and narrow and not feeling like I'm floating all over the place. So I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, Adam, I don't get it. What's going on? You're working 2 jobs. You're using the things that are available to you to, get what you need. Like, I don't get it. What's going on? So to give you some context of what I've been up to these past few months, let's go back to a little bit over a year from now, or a little bit like a year ago from now. And my history was I was working at a brewery. I was the brewery manager there. So I was taking care of the property, that sort of thing. And I've been doing that for a few years. I've been involved with the restaurant industry for like probably 11 years. And it got to a point where I was just done with it. I didn't want to do it anymore. The hours weren't great. Like long days, especially with the brewery, it was really late nights. And I was getting to a point where I was just getting burnt out and I was just working all the time. So I decided to pursue one of my passions, and that being fitness. I've been working out for, 12 years at that point when I decided to get my certification in personal training, which was a year ago. And I went out, I signed up for a course, I got the certification, and the whole time I thought, you know what, I'm going to be great. I'm going to find a job as a personal trainer. I'm going to make a whole bunch of money, and I have nothing to worry about. So, kind of adding a little bit more to this. So, I was getting ready to leave my job as the brewery manager. My girlfriend and I were starting to get very serious, and we decided to move in together. And, of course, I'm thinking I'm going to move to a new town. I will get a job as a personal trainer. Like, everything's going to be great. So, quit my job, moved in with my girlfriend, moved to a completely new town. And I spent my time just like living off my savings and whatever money I had in my pocket while applying for jobs to be a personal trainer. And I'm thinking I'm going to find a job, no problem. Like within the first 2 applications, I'll find a job.
You sound insane. Do you realize that?
Boy, was I wrong. Now, I did find a job coaching at the CrossFit gym that I coach at, but that's only, 4 hours a week. That doesn't really pay the bills. I wasn't Daddy Warbucks at that point, I was just working a quick part-time job. Didn't really mean much. So I was applying for jobs at gyms and again, living off my savings, not making a whole lot of money. And everything just started dwindling fast. My bank account, my pockets, and my motivation. I wasn't doing much. I was just applying at gyms and they kept saying no. And my motivation, like my courage just started to fade off. And it got to a point where I was just a bum. I was hanging out on the couch, not doing anything, thinking something's got to turn up. I was just kind of floating in the wind and hoping that something would stick.
I'll believe that when my ship turns purple and smells like rainbow sherbet.
Well, it got to a point where, I kind of hit rock bottom where my girlfriend was like, what's going on? Like, what happened to the motivated, determined guy that had a sense of direction that I met earlier? Like, where's he at? And, with her telling me that, I was like, man, she's right. Like, what happened to that guy? And it took a lot of self-reflection to realize that, yeah, I was bumming it out and I was just floating around without a sense of purpose. So I needed to get my act together.
Is that what you think? You think?
And one of the first things that I did to get my act together was add a little bit more income to my pocket. So what I did, first thing was first, I got a job. I said, you got to get a job, you bum. You got to apply for something. Doesn't matter what it is. Just get a job. Start making some money. So I applied for a job at REI, part-time, just to get a little bit extra cash in my pocket. So combining the 4 hours at the gym with REI, I still wasn't making a whole bunch of money. I had enough to buy food and gas. And, that just, it's not enough. Working 2 part-time jobs doesn't cut it. It doesn't pay the bills. So I, worked at REI for a while, tried to pick up more hours wherever I could. And then eventually a position opened for me to get a more of a lead spot, which was full-time hours, that sort of stuff. And I did. I applied for the job. I got it. I became full-time, so it came with a little bit more pay, more benefits, and I've been doing that for the last couple months now, and I'm feeling good about that. I have more money in my account. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm starting to get my life back in the right direction. Now, I still work at the gym part-time because gym memberships aren't cheap, and I like to work out, and I love the community there, all the people there, and I like coaching, so I want to keep that up for a while, and, with all that, with the structure of having a full-time schedule, knowing what days I'm working, what days I'm off, it's allowing me to develop good routines, good habits to get me on that path forward again to building myself up. I'm not feeling like a bum anymore. I'm feeling more motivated. I'm, actually getting after things and doing things. Now, I also, in this process of getting a new job, transitioning from part-time to full-time, I also learned a new skill. I took a course and it was for UI UX design. So user interface, user experience design. So creating apps, creating websites. The user interface is the user actually using the app or the website, and then the experience, how well they enjoyed the app or the website, if it was easy to use, that sort of stuff. So I took a course on that, received my certification in UI UX design, and then it came down to trying to find another job within that industry that paid even more than my position now with REI. And the thing is, it is a very, very saturated industry. I'm applying all over the place and I'm catching nothing. It's the same thing with the personal training, applying all over the place and nothing. I can't even get interviews. I'll go on my LinkedIn and look, and it'll say 200 plus people have applied for this position. So I'm going up against 200 people, and there's people out there who have way more experience than me, have better portfolios than me. And when I look at that, I'm like, I'll apply. But I'm pretty sure nobody's going to see my application or my resume that's part of the hiring team. They're going to like look at maybe a handful of people, pick one, and then go from there. So I'm running into that situation. But you know what? I'm not worried about it. I know I will find something, and it doesn't even have to be like me finding something. I can create something for myself. I can start my own business. I can start my own programs, whatever it may be. I know I can do something for myself. I have all the skills for it. I have the motivation. I have the courage to do it. Like even right now, filming this video. Like there's people out there who don't have the courage to film a video and put it out to the world to see. It's very hard for them. And I'm not saying it's not in some way hard for me as well, but I at least have that courage dealing with customers and being more forward facing with people to be able to film something like this and put it out there. So I am motivated. I am trying all kinds of new things so to see what I can develop, right? And one of the things that I would like to develop is with this YouTube channel. I'm a coach, right? I coach CrossFit. I help people better their lives through fitness. I will talk about nutrition at times. I will talk about motivation. So I figured, why not build up this YouTube channel and be that coach for, instead of, the amazing people that I work with at the CrossFit gym I work for, I want to bring it out to the world. I want to help with that motivation. I want to help with that fitness, the nutrition, that sort of stuff. Like I want to be, I guess, like a guiding light. And I figured, YouTube. I can do it on here, long form format. I can do something with this. So I'm giving it a shot. I'm seeing where I can take this channel. So I'm motivated. I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm on the right direction. And I mean, if I'm going to give any advice, especially for like what today's topic is, with me getting my life back on track, 2 things that I would take from today is, first, get a job, you bum. Because even though you're working, you don't have a whole lot of time throughout the day, especially if you're working a 40-hour job, it's still something. You're having money come in into your bank account, into your pocket, and you're able to pay the bills and kind of keep the pressure off while you work on some sort of side project, that sort of thing. A full-time job doesn't have to be permanent. You can move from place to place. You can do what I did and take courses and learn new skills while you're at it, while you're doing this full-time job. And that's the second thing, learning a skill. Learn any skill, something that can help you. Go out, take a course on accounting, become an accountant, take courses on cooking, become a chef, like something. Anything, any kind of skill you can learn that can help you towards the future that you want. And that's what I've done. Got the job, learned skills. There's a whole bunch of other things that I can talk about with this, but we're going to get into that in later videos. But, keeping it within the context, 2 things just to get back on that right path. So that's my whole thing today. Hopefully you got some kind of value out of this. I'm going to try my best to, I'm not going to try my best. I will be posting more often videos for you to watch with advice, with tips, all sorts of things that I'm doing to move forward, move up in life, and hopefully that those things that I'm trying will help you with whatever it is that you want to do with your life. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Until next time, my friends, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.